You want to do something new. You're excited by it. You give it your best effort, doing everything as planned and even doing a little extra. Over time, things start to come up. You might miss a day here, you might miss a day there, but it's just one day. Last week you skipped because you had a little extra work to do, and today you're a little more tired than usual. So you'll start back next week. Next week comes around, now you're having second thought. You're using a little extra willpower than you were using before, but you keep going. And as the days go by, you're dragging by to barely do what you used to have fun doing. This is now a burden to you. So you sit by waiting for the next strike of motivation to come around. You'll do it then. Meanwhile, the missed days add up. You're justifying why you haven't been consistent, rationalizing more important tasks that you need to do. And it takes too long. It's gotten too hard. Your day's easier when you don't have to do this. A few months go by and you haven't been doing what you were doing at all. Wanted to do something new though. You wanted to incorporate this into your life. Your ambition was through the roof. Now remorse, guilt, and shame plague your mind. You struggle the will to muster to do it at all. After a few months, the average person has usually given up on the goals that they set for themselves. Why? Are we lazy? Are we inconsistent? Are we not meant to do what we wanted to do? So you can either justify why you didn't accomplish the goals that you set, or you can learn how to actually structure your goals in a meaningful manner in a way that you can do them every day. Here are the three main reasons for failure of why we're inconsistent with our goals. First, we have too high of standards. Goals are usually set when emotions are high, and we tend to set goals that may seem reasonable at the moment, but later on they turn out to be much harder when we're actually doing it. Second is adaptability. If something is inconvenient, too far out of the way, or it just doesn't align with what we do every day, this won't work either. And the third main reason for failure is lack of reward. The brain is programmed to want and crave something rather than it is to like something. And so we failed to give our brains what it needs to want and to crave something. So too high of standards, lack of adaptability, and lack of reward. This is the key to inconsistency. People preach about willpower, determination, and grit, and that's what you need to achieve your goals. You know, you see this in movies where the main actor seems to go against all odds to do what he has to do. You hear this from other people as they tell you what to do. This video will serve as a guide to help a few people out. Consistency depends on routines. Discipline is overrated. Systems and routine are where success is in whatever you're doing. Everyone has goals they want to achieve, and the systems and steps that were taken are really the difference between someone who succeeds and someone who fails. So how do we set up systems and routines to ensure that we don't fail when we're trying to achieve our goals, our resolutions, whatever it is? First, you can set big goals, but take small steps. Big goals are great and all, but not taking small steps isn't. So like I said earlier, goals are usually set when we're optimistic, and we forget about the systems and steps, and because of this, we go straight into action, we go hard for a little while, and then we burn out. We forget to actually start at level 1 and focus on level 2, and immediately we begin to take these large steps, so we're encouraged to give up. We've taken so many steps and we don't see any results. We have failed to positively reinforce ourselves. And so what is positive reinforcement? Positive reinforcement is when you're rewarded for completing a task, rewarded for doing something. Video games are a great example of this. You know, you're rewarded by completing level 1, and this motivates you to go to level 2. And so if you can structure this into your own life where you start at level 1, focus on level 2, get to level 2, find reinforcement in level 2, and repeat. Take small steps. Find pleasure in completing these small steps and move on to the next one. How many times have you relied on pure grit and willpower to do something in the past? How long did it last? Grit and willpower aren't going to take you too far, but systems are forever. And so a system must be convenient, easy, and has to align with your day. And if it doesn't do any of these, you're not going to do it. How do we make something convenient? Simple. By doing what you need to do after what you have to do. So this has to be something you do every day without fail, whether it's going to work or brushing your teeth or taking a shower. And so for example, after I get home from work, I'll clean the house. Or after my shower, I'll cook for tomorrow. Or on my way home from work, I'll go to the gym. This is how you can make something convenient, complementing something you already do with something you need to do. You do what you do, good or bad, because it's rewarding. You find pleasure in it. You find satisfaction in it. Our brains are wired this way. We're programmed to enjoy the things we need to do, or else we wouldn't do them. Things like exercise, sex, eating, drinking. Program yourself to enjoy what you want to do. So how? Reward yourself, however this applies to you, whether it's chocolate, video games, or TV. Do the work and then give yourself the reward. For example, after I get home from work, I'll clean the house, then I'll watch TV. After my shower, I'll do 10 push-ups, then I'll eat a brownie. In time, you'll learn to crave the reward so much that you won't mind doing what's actually required to get it. Like I said earlier, our brains are programmed to crave and want more than they are to like. And so do you see that how this makes something that was so hard easier? Willpower will last a little bit, but like I said, the strong system will last forever. Find what works for you. Do it. We compare ourselves to others and what they do way too often, and we fail to find what works for us. There's no right or wrong to this, as long as you do it. It's better to do an average job for a year than it is to do a perfect job for a day. Slow and steady truly does win the race. There's a reason why this is an age-old proverb. Find a routine that works for you and do it.